guys, here we are, Stoomboy, the Combat Companion. So, as always, shows brought to you by Hard Life Fightwear. Hard Life Fightwear offering a range of products, whether it be gi, no gi, MMA, they do have you covered. So, anybody looking for some cool gear, just head over to hardlifefightwear.co.uk at the bottom of the screen and use the discount code STOOM15 and you will get a bit of a discount through there. So, going to be talking about Young Subs 3. Young Subs 3's Saturday, 22nd of March at the Fed in Newcastle. So it's going to be another amazing show. The first two shows were absolute fire. So this one's promising to be exactly the same. So anybody looking for tickets, head over to the Young Subs official Instagram page or the Sub Series official if you're going to see Sub Series, and make sure you do get your tickets through there. There's also pay-per-view on this as well. So as always, so pay-per-view links will go up within the next couple of weeks. I'll be doing the commentary as always again, me and my boy Fraser Clark. So we're going to be saying a lot of nice things about all of these superstars that are going to be on the show on the 22nd. So one of these superstars is my next guest. So Anayah Ullah, inverted diamond. So Anayah, we got to see at Young Subs 1, pulled off that sick knee bar finish. Do you know what I mean? And it was an awesome setup, just the way she set it up. And then obviously got the finish with it, come away with the victory. So it was an amazing finish to the. It was a matchup. I mean, it was a tough match leading up to the knee bar because obviously her opponent did well in keeping her in guard and stopping Anayah from being able to progress positions and so on. But I'd say once they got a bit of space, Anayah just took over and finished it very, very quickly. So, so Anayah, listen, absolute pleasure as always. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me.
Thank you for having me on.
I know you're heading up to Aberdeen soon.
Yeah.
Up to the fight show up there. So obviously they've got a show up in Aberdeen at the moment. So it's good to get you on before you head up there. It's a long drive from where you guys are. So what are you going to have a sleep in the car? Are you going to be on your phone? What are you going to be doing?
Sleeping. I had to get up early this morning for training, so I'm really tired.
Who controls the radio? You or Dad?
Well, we're driving up with one of the guys at like jiu-jitsu, so
Right.
it'll probably just be him controlling it. But usually it's me.
That's the same with Faith. Faith tries to control. Well, she controls the radio when she's in my wife's car, but I control the radio in my car. I control it in my car. So, tell us about you then. How's training? How's everything at Inverted Diamond at the moment?
You know, it's became like great. Obviously, we've got like Diamond Alley coming up in May, and I'm hoping to get on that. But I was also looking to do ADCC, which is the day after, I think.
The day after, yeah.
So I might try and do both, but it depends if I get a match up on Diamond Alley or not.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
training's been going good. Like everyone's helping me prepare. Like it's just like a great atmosphere. Everyone's like really nice. Somewhere that like, I look forward to going. After school, even like a long day at school, you'd expect to just be tired, like grumpy. But it's somewhere. As soon as you walk in, you just get like a smile on your face. Just the coaches, they just always try and like cheer you up, and just everyone just is like really nice.
Yeah, I had a chat with Darren a couple of weeks ago at Scottish Grappling, and I was talking away to him about the gym and stuff like that. And obviously, just excited to see because Darren's got obviously a lot of visions, a lot of things he wants to do. So he was kind of telling me some of them. So I'm excited to see where Inverted Diamond's going to go, certainly over the coming months and years and so far. So. Your dad was telling me as well. You constantly beat him up in the gym.
Yeah.
He said he's not happy. He's always getting beaten up by yourself, and you go too rough on him sometimes. So,
He just needs to be better. He's a black belt. I'd expect more.
but it's good having obviously your dad being a black belt. So your dad's got a lot of knowledge that he can pass on to you. Do you know what I mean? A lot of years of experience and stuff like that. So it's amazing to have obviously your dad. You should tell Faith that. Do you know what I mean? You should say your dad knows some stuff, Faith. So you should learn some stuff off your dad. But it's great to have that. It's great to have obviously dad being involved in the sport and I'd say just passing on that knowledge to you.
Yeah, he's like, always been like a great help and stuff. Just being my little like training dummy that I could just like, ragdoll around and everything. Just like a little jiu-jitsu dictionary. Dad, how do I escape this? And he's always got an answer. Or if he doesn't, he'll spend time trying to get an answer from me. He's like, oh, by the way, here's the answer to your question and stuff. So it's good to have a dad that's like, nerdy in that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I used to love obviously we used to have open mats, sorry, back in the day, and obviously we would turn up at. Your dad will remember this. We used to turn up at a kind of industrial estate in the middle of nowhere. Majid put on obviously open mats, and then me and your dad and a few other people would turn up, and you'd be like, "Madge, where have you brought us?" Do you know what I mean? It'd be like in the nowhere and stuff like that. So it was always fun. Always loved obviously getting some training in with your dad. Do you know what I mean? Awesome guy, awesome training partner as well. Um, Tell us about Young Subs One. The Young Subs One was amazing. Do you know what I mean? It was the
Oh,
very first one history. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. It was an
what
experience that you don't really get anywhere else. At other competitions with multiple mats, no one's really paying attention to you other than the people that are there, for you. But
yeah,
when you compete on a show where there's a spotlight, everyone's just watching you. In the way, it's scary, but it's also really amazing. Like you can actually showcase who you are and what you know to
yeah.
everyone. Whereas in an actual a different competition, you're just kind of fighting in your own kind of bubble.
Yeah, yeah. It was great as well. I mean, obviously your walkout was amazing. We talked about. I know we put up like there was some pictures that we put up for Young Subs too, where the girls were all together.
Yeah,
And do you know what I mean? They were all doing the hashtag Girl Power, and it was showcasing like Scottish jiu-jitsu because you didn't see a lot of that with the English competitors, but certainly the Scottish competitors, they all stuck together during the day.
yeah,
They all kind of helped each other and they came out. But that was exactly the same at Young Subs One, where you guys all did the same kind of thing, where a lot of you stuck together and do you know what I mean? You were in each other's corner. We heard you screaming when I think Grace Plumley was on. You were very, very vocal. We heard you shouting a lot. But that just shows, I mean, Scotland, the jiu-jitsu community in Scotland, we all kind of try and support each other as much as
yeah.
possible as soon as we step over that border.
Yeah, it's like you're kind of the minority in the room,
Yeah.
so you want to be the loudest so that they don't notice the people that aren't shouting and cheering them on.
Yeah, yeah. So we're going to hopefully see that again. I know, but not hopefully. I know we will. I know we will see it again come the 22nd of March. Do you know what I mean? And I'd say it was really good. I mean, the girls were so buzzing about it. And do you know the thing it did as well is, I mean, other girls down south, other girls that were on the show as well, they were doing the same thing where they were tagging in hashtag girl power. And it really, I mean, and I've talked about this a number of times about females in jiu-jitsu or combat sports. And there's not a lot of females in the sport, and there's even less compete. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whereas like pictures like that, and do you know what I mean? Just like three young girls going out there and doing that, and obviously yourself and so on. Do you know what I mean? It really kind of highlights female sports, and it's International Women's Day today as well. So we're definitely going to see that again, and as I say, hopefully that catches on where they do it down south where girls all stick together and come together and so on. So,
yeah,
because obviously in Scotland, I mean, if you're up against each other in Scotland, you're not going to be together, of course. But
yeah.
I mean, as soon as you step out of Scotland, I mean, it should be we're 100% supporting each other all of the time.
Yeah, and it's not like even if you are against each other, you're actually against each other. You're still supporting each other because at the end of the day, we're all here just to learn.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get better if you don't have people who don't support you.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great time. It's a great time for females in the sport. Do you know what I mean? Because as I say, more and more females are coming in. And one of the best in the world is obviously Fionn Davies.
Yeah.
Definitely the best to come out of the UK. Or the best grappler, not just female grappler, but grappler in general, male and female. So it's definitely a great time for females in the sport. What about Young Subs 3 then? So obviously coming back, fed in Newcastle again. So it's going to be amazing. I mean, you know what to expect this time. Obviously, the walkouts, the atmosphere, and stuff like that. Is there going to be anything different? You obviously don't give away any kind of game plans and stuff like that. But is there going to be anything different? Are we going to see something different, or what's the plan for yourself?
I'm just looking to, show what I'm best at and kind of because I feel like I didn't really get to show what I'd been working on in
Yeah,
Young Sub One. So this time I'm planning to, have a bit more of an active match and really show my hard work because if I put on all the hard work and I don't get to show it, what's the point?
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, because it's I feel like that feeling of when you're walking on to walk out, it's really high. You're basically you're shitting yourself basically.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but this time it'll probably be less. But as soon as you step foot on that mat, it all just like disappears,
Yeah,
and you're just, like kind of tunnel vision. You can just hear stuff, but you can't see anything.
yeah,
But it's the good tunnel vision, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I'm just looking to, always be a part of this, especially when they come up to Glasgow as well. That's going to be a great one because then I can have all my family and my friends with me. Because this time, I don't think I'm going to be able to have as many people come as I did last time, or maybe around about the same amount of people.
yeah.
But it was good to have, both my parents there with me.
Yeah, yeah. I say Daisy's a tough opponent as well. I think Daisy's fought a few girls in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
she's what is she, 3-1 against Scottish girls, I think she is. So I think she lost against Katie McNally. Obviously she beat Faith, she beat Cora, and I'm trying to think she might be 2-1. She might be 2-1 or 3-1. So she loves fighting the Scottish girls. Do you know what I mean? She loves competing against them. So and she's a tough opponent. We saw that, and I kind of knew that before she kind of went up against Faith, that she was a very very tough opponent, MMA fighter and so on. So she's
Yeah.
got a lot of a different style from a traditional jiu-jitsu grappler. Do you know what I mean? So she's obviously got that MMA style, good wrestling, good top pressure, and movement and so on. Um, so that's why I'm excited about this matchup for both of you, because I know how technical you are in regards to what you do because of where the gym you come from. So I know the level you guys train at. So that's why I'm very, very excited about this match. I think again it could be one of the fights of the night, fights of the day for sure. So it's definitely going to be an exciting one.
Yeah. I'm very excited, It's always like, pleasure to be on these type of shows and to be in like these atmospheres. There's just like so much talent in one room. It
Yeah,
kind of brings up your level when you're in a room with that many people. Many of them have got like titles in MMA and jiu-jitsu and other sports and stuff. So when
yeah,
you're in a room with just all of that, you just kind of like try and also show what you're best at.
yeah, yeah. And obviously, go out and win this one. You won't be far away from a title shot as well. Do you know what I mean? So definitely won't be far away. You'll be 2-0 against two very, very tough opponents. So potentially a title shot around the corner
I
as well.
think
So
I think in Glasgow they'd said that I have a title shot because I won my first match, which was a title eliminator,
yeah,
and they wanted to keep it for in Glasgow, obviously home country.
yeah, yeah. That'll be
So
good. That'll be good. Yeah, come out, win the belt in Glasgow. Do you know what I mean? And obviously in front of all your people as well. So that'll be very, very exciting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely get the 22nd out the way, and then Glasgow is just around the corner. So I think they've not announced the full date yet. So I know that they're still waiting to announce the date and the
yeah,
venue, but it's coming. It's coming. Hopefully after Newcastle, then I think they'll release the date, the venue, and all that kind of stuff. So um, final thing then, Anaya. So obviously again, you've got amazing people around you. We talked about your dad, Darren, and all these kind of people. But anybody in particular you want to shout out to? Friends, family members, teammates, things like that.
well, my dad, like my number one supporter, always been there for me. My like number one coach, and obviously my other coaches, Darren, Ian, David, Dylan, everyone at my gym that like helps me. Jack, Cammy, Murray, Blinny, all of them. And the kids as well. It's like great to just train, especially the bigger kids, because it's kind of more realistic. Because when you go against an adult, they have to kind of like take their strength down.
Yeah,
But if you go against teenage boys, especially, their testosterone boosts, just like kind of aggression is more realistic. So shout out to like all of them. My brothers, my friends at school, even though they don't, you know, like they're not jiu-jitsu related, they still, make me better people. So like
yeah,
my friend group, got like a big friend group of 8, and we're all, really close and stuff. Um, who else? I think that's it.
yeah. I mean, if you forgot anybody, everybody knows who they are. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? As I say, that's there's a lot of what people see is they only see you going out on the mat, but they don't see that support network behind you.
Oh,
So it's
I got
always massive.
my
Yeah,
mum, my mum as well.
yeah. Oh, you can't forget mum.
I
You
can't
can't
figure
forget mum.
out.
so, so guys, one thing as well is I always talk about this on every show that we do. We talk about sponsorship. So, obviously, sponsorship. Any companies, any local companies that are looking to come in and kind of do any sponsorship with Anayah, all you do is just hit up Anayah Ullah. So Anaya Hullah on Instagram. Okay. Now it's important for our sponsors to come in for a couple of reasons. One, you're helping these kids with their dreams. They're going out there, they're putting themselves on the line. And one thing they'll do as well in return is they'll promote your business in regards to these shows. I mean, these shows are on pay-per-view. And it goes out all over the place. They've got big viewings when it comes to the young subs. So your business will be on pay-per-view. Your business will be talked about in social media posts and stuff like that. Plus, these kids are brilliant on social media. I mean, they're posting all the time, whether it be pictures or stories, reels, all that kind of stuff. So anybody looking to hit up Anayah for sponsorship, make sure you do hit her up. And yeah, let's get your business out there for sure. So Young Subs 3, then it's going to be Saturday, 22nd of March, the Fed in Newcastle. As I said, tickets, head over to the Young Subs official Instagram page and you'll get all the details. And as I say, pay-per-view link, it's in their bio at the moment. But what I'll do is over the next couple of weeks, I'll obviously be putting it up and making sure everybody does have access to that link for the pay-per-view. But Anayah, listen, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for obviously taking the time to speak to me.
Thank you for having me on once again.
Yeah, listen, enjoy Aberdeen tonight. Obviously, I hope everything goes well for that show. But yeah, have a great time and stay safe over the next couple of weeks, and I'll see you at Young Subs.
I'll see you too. Say hi to Faith for me.
I will do. I will do. Faith is currently sleeping on the couch. She's had a tough couple of hours at the grip house this morning. Oh no, she's not sleeping. She's telling me she's not sleeping. But she said hi back. She said hi back. But listen, yeah, have a great night tonight, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, pal. All right.
Thank you.
Take
Goodbye.
care. Bye bye.